Hi everyone, it's Lisa. I'm ElleSnaps and ElleSnaps on Instagram, ElleSnaps and Stitch on YouTube. I'm not sure why though, I'm ElleSnaps and Stitch on here. I don't know when that happened or when I changed it or if I even did that. So at any rate, ElleSnaps. I believe this is floss tube number 6 and I've got a few things to show you. It's been a little over a month. I had a work meeting that I was in Florida for last weekend, so I couldn't come on and do it when I had regularly planned. So here I am. I'll do my best with the month, the monthly stuff, but every once in a while things are going to happen. Today, I sewed and did a few things this morning thinking, oh, I'll get all these things done to show you today, and well, that didn't happen. So I mean, I got some things done, but not like what I was hoping, but we'll get to all that. It's Sunday, March 16th, I believe, and let's get on with it. I hope everybody's been doing well and that the weather's treating you well and all that good stuff. So since the last time I talked to you guys, I finished, there we go. Well, let's just take it out of the package. I finished La-Di-Da, Tidings of Great Joy. I put it on 36 count Ren. And I finished it. I don't remember the date, but I got her all done. And I love it. I changed the color of the blooms or the flowers. I changed the wording. And I changed the star. It was a baked apple. I changed it to cayenne. It was a, let's look. Carriage black, but I changed it to onyx for the wording. And tarnished gold, but it looked really, really brown. So I did heirloom gold. And I think it most matched the picture. But I'm real happy with it. I'm pleased. And there it is again. I think it's going to look really good framed up. I haven't received any of my framing back yet, but soon, I expect. The next thing I stitched was... It'd be just like me to lose it. Okay. This is from Asbery Echos. It's called Needleworker. Real quick little stitch. I did finish it. This is a scrap of Legacy. I believe it's a 40 count Legacy. And I have plans for this. It's not going to be a pillow, but I have a cute little idea for this, which, I didn't have time to get into. But I will be working on that, maybe even later today after I get this video done. I also finished Stacy Nash's. His name is Jack. It's just a little bunny head. I did get it finished, and it's supposed to be finished out on the back like that. And then, he's just like basically a little ornament or something you can hang from something. I wanted something that I could do to join in on the stand-ups, but I knew I didn't have time to do a whole stand-up. I thought I could get away with doing the little bunny. And let me just tell you, I finished him. And then I cut him out as per her instructions. I cut out the little template and I used it. I will say for me it wasn't very handy, but I wouldn't say what I was doing was correct, okay? But he's not stuffed yet. He will be. I'll do that later today. But I literally just finished it within 45 minutes, an hour ago. And I thought, well, I'll lose light before I get this thing stuffed. So I'll do that later, and you'll see him next time. But there he is. I don't like as much showing around his little head as showing, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then I just did a little fabric and a little cut on his back, and I'll put a little patch on it or whatever. But there he is. I have the ribbon and this stuff to hang it with and everything, so hopefully he'll turn out a lot cuter once he gets a little bit of stuffing in him. It was trial. It was a trial and error kind of thing, and I think for my first time he turned out kind of cute. And then I did Oliver. Same thing. I have the orange ribbon. I've got the black ribbon. I'm all ready to go, right? And here he is. I think he's adorable, but I'm going to tell you, if you turned this inside out, there would be about 5 lines of stitching around it where I stitched it with the 1/4 inch seam, and that was too much. And then I brought it in, and then I brought it in, and then I brought it in, and then I took that out, and I brought it in again. But there he is. I think he's going to work for me. I'm learning. I just backed him with the fun little Halloween kind of fun little print. And I'll stuff him. And then add the ribbon and everything. I think the fact that he got turned inside out so many times, and his little whiskers are wrinkled, it makes him look, you know, a little bit more authentic. But this is Oliver, and it's Stacy, Nash. And he also had a template, but I stitched him on 36 count, so he came out a little bit smaller than what was allotted. So I did my own tracing around it with a fabric pencil. The bunny, his were accurate. So I got those done. I'll put those right there. This is the stack of things that I worked on today. I put backing on them and selected what I would be making pillows, things like that out of. You guys have pretty much seen these, but I'll show them later next time once I get them stuffed and stuff. But these I got to pick out backing fabrics and all that fun stuff that goes with it. Put these patterns up. What I've been currently working on for my birthday, I was very, very happy to start Elizabeth Furness 1836. And anybody that was working on it, that I saw working on it, that influenced me to start it, I asked them if they would stitch just a few stitch on it that day and think of me for my birthday, which was the 19th. And some of you did. You messaged me, Red Velvet Quilts, Carol. So I'm not sure that Carol did, but she definitely got a hold of me. And then a couple other people did too. Drawing a complete blank right now, but they did. And I was thrilled. This is so pretty. I'm doing it on a 40 count needle and flax Sleeping Bear. It's beautiful fabric, and it's going to be gorgeous. I don't have to take it out of its Q-snap at the moment because the only stitching that's on there is right there. So that's as far as I've gotten. And I can already tell you that I love it. These are the DMCs, and they're beautiful. This thing is going to be gorgeous. I've decided that I'm going to go all the way around with the red and all the way around with the border, and then I'll address the rest of the sampler. That is the way I normally do it anyway. If you could hang on just a second, I'm going to get rid of that light. Better. So that's my Elizabeth Furness, 1836. Thank you for stitching on it with me. This is going to be a focus for this year, working on. The other thing I started, Red Velvet Quilts and Emily from Shady Groves Stitches or Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. They wanted to start Dasher and Dancer from Hobby House Needleworks, and I've always kind of loved that, but you know, anytime I see Lori Holt do anything, you know, I want to do everything Lori Holt does, you know, in the first place. So it was an easy convince, an easy way to, you know, we're not going to get rid of this light, but it's an easy way to get to convince me to do it. But this is Dasher and Dancer by Hobby House Needleworks, and I'm doing this on a 40 count Athos by Tropical Stitches, and this is where I am. And I'm using an MPI 503. It's a delicious red. It's beautiful. And this is my progress on it. I'm in love with it. Like, I love monochromatic stitching anyway, but I'm in love with this. So I'll just cruise along. I know that they have a schedule of things, you know, scheduled out. It's mapped out and with Emily and Carrie, but I'm happy to start along, but I rarely stick to a schedule or a kind of, you know, logical breakup, that kind of thing. I'm just going to stitch until I'm happy, or put it down and pick up something else, that kind of thing. I haven't come up with a routine yet. I do have an idea of what things I want to pick up and start next, but how long I stitch on them, I don't know. I'll just stitch until I'm happy with my progress and then move on to the next thing, or give myself permission to start something new here and there, but not many, I don't think. For my birthday that weekend, I went to Downtown Dry Goods. It's a little quilt store and knittery that's in McKinney, Texas, and I met Joellen and Katie there and had a great morning in the quilt shop, and bought some really cool fabrics. These are laundry baskets fabric. It's like one of my most favorites right there. And let's see if I can find the cherries. Oh my gosh, look at those cherries. Anyway, I've already got a plan for this, so I bought all these little fat quarters of laundry basket line that was there. Joellen gave me this little basket, this canvas bag, and it was perfect for stuffing all these in. So I loved it. They were very kind to me. Katie gave me the most awesome mug. I wish I had it in here, but it's a great coffee mug, and I've already done a morning photo with it. But she also made this bag, and it's just precious. I couldn't love it more. Looking in the inside there, it's just the best thing. And I just kind of keep it out while it's sitting around. It will be loved and taken well care of. Thank you, Katie, and thanks, Joellen, for you guys meeting me up there in McKinney at the quilt store. I was having a great time there. The other thing I did this morning is I pulled out this is Lizzie Kate, and I'm gonna have to. I put it in this frame just this morning, and I'm gonna have to lace or pin this down. The problem is this backer board that has the easel on it is the board. So I've got to cut something to put this on, and then I can, you know, lace it up and make it officially framed. But for right now, it's just stuck into this little $3 frame that I bought a few years back. But that's a Lizzie Kate. I believe it's available on 123 Stitch. Then I also did, this frame is from Signed and Numbered off of Etsy. I love their stuff. I've been using them for several years now. And I've had these two frames for a while, probably a year, and I just haven't done anything with them. But I decided to put this one in. It's got a great little bevel, good color on it. But this is a Chessie and Me. I don't have the chart anymore. And I haven't seen it. Like, I've done a search for it and I can't find it. But this is a Chessie and Me. I believe it's called Be Kind and True. And it's also just stuffed in there. It has the foam core. So all I need to do is lace it. And that's what I'll be doing one of the nights this week after work, is I'll lace this. But I really like it. It turned out great. I also found another one, a frame that I had. Same thing, signed and numbered. It's also a Lizzie Kate, but because it's the season, I went ahead and picked that up. Lizzie Kate, I stitched it a billion years ago. It's on, I think, a 28 count, obviously a buttery kind of fabric. And I really like it. I think it's cute. It's done the same way, just stuffed in there. And then I'm going to lace it throughout this week. I'll lace those three things and make sure they're all cinched up and pretty in there the way they should be. I also purchased, I'm not sure who I saw, Christine off ElleSnaps. She had shown some stitching that she had done and her friend had done in these little pocket watches by Tim Holtz. So I ordered a couple off of Amazon and got them just this week. And I have the Brenda Gervais, the little witch that says Eek on it. I'm gonna do that in there, I think. And I can't remember. This is a piece of felt that I did. Wool. I take that back. Wool. It was just a wool project, and I can't remember what book it came out of. It was something obscure that I found. And so I did this. And this isn't necessarily what it was supposed to look like. I think the wings were lower, not up like this. And it was more homespun colors, like a very muted or whatever. It was really pretty. But when I went after it with wool, and wool is thicker. Well, the wool that I use is real thick. So it was harder to turn inside out, especially on the wings. So when I did the wings, I just cut them out and left them at a raw edge. But I fused a fabric on to the back of them to give them a little bit of stiffness and a little dimension. So like when you look at them, they're not just the back sides of a wool. And then I put a bottom on it so that it would sit. This was the hardest part, deciding how far up and down I wanted the bird to be. The wings, I probably would next time bring them down a little bit lower, like it's not just sitting there about to take off, but I still love him. And I think that's it. Some of the pillows and stuff that I have back here, I'll show on my next video. And that's all I really worked on. Work has been something else. And So sometimes at night I don't stitch at all because I'm too tired, or I just end up looking at Instagram real quick before I go to bed to get inspiration or things like that. But today when I got up, I was just like, I'm gonna get a few things done. So I did haul out the sewing machine. Mainly it was the cutting and the ironing and all that of all these pieces to get those done so that I can get them ready for when I actually sew them together and start stuffing them. I can't wait to get the little bunnies done. The little bunny and the little cat. Can't wait to get those two done. I have watched some floss tube. I watched all the floss tubes I've mentioned in the past. I think I watched a few others that I never watched before, and I can't remember who. I always get a little inspiration from no matter who I watch. But I did watch one that I hadn't watched. I don't believe I watched before. Her name is Lizzie, and I think it's Lizzie the Stitcher. I think she may be in Australia or New Zealand. I'm not sure. But she just tons of blackbirds, tons of Plum Street, just a prolific stitcher. And she has great accent. So I was also told last time the last video, I explained how I like accents and things like that. And I got a message from Terry at Cornhusker State Stitchers that she doesn't have an accent, and theirs is called Midwestern Flat or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, or Central was, whatever it was. And I was like, but that is an accent. The lack of one is an accent. So you don't get out of it. You don't get out of it. I had said that I don't have an accent. And she said, yes, you do. I do have an accent. We all do, of some variety. Like, we all do, whether we're conscious of it or not. And I love them all. I love all of it. I wanted to thank everyone that wished me happy birthday and messaged me and all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I didn't get to go to Boxcar, or I didn't get to go to my sit and stitch thing this past Wednesday because I was in Florida, but hopefully I'll get to go in April. And trying to think if that's really it, like if there was anything from last month that I wanted to say. When I was doing the trimming and all that good stuff for the making the pillows and everything, I came up with all of these. This is all the linens and stuff, and me chopping them off, and look at these colors. Aren't they great? And I don't want to throw these away. So I'm thinking I may do something with them. Like, I know you could do covered buttons and all that good stuff, or stitch something really small. Or I could even put that eek on here on one of these. But aren't they great? I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm going to add this to all the other things, all the fabric stash. I'm going to add this to my linen stash because I just love them so much. Look at all those linens. They're great. I did come up with a little bit of an idea for them, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I think that is it. I showed you all my stuff. I showed you that. We're good to go. Alrighty. Well, I know it's a short one, and I hope everybody's had an awesome month. I hope you're getting lots of good stitching in. I hope you're enjoying the coming spring, or the idea of the coming spring. For some of you, it's still winter, but spring has definitely hit Texas. So we may have some chilly mornings, but that's really it. It's starting to get up there. I predict by the end of, toward the end of May, we're going to be like right up there at 99 degrees, like always. And that's all I can think of. That's it. You guys have a great day. Have a great month, or a couple of weeks before I come back. And I hope you get lots of stitching done. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.